It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
It is a warm and pretty picturesque late summer afternoon at Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium from the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky is getting his second chance to start in the NFL and will be with another storied franchise, this time the Pittsburgh Steelers. He slowly fell out of favor in Chicago after making a Pro Bowl in his second season. But what a lot of people don't realize is that he had a winning record as a starter in each of his last 3 years with the Bears. He convinced a lot of people as a backup in Buffalo, including Pittsburgh, that there's still something to be unlocked in him as a starter.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards that time for number 14.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. That people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Harris. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Pickens on the slant. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They hand this off to Harris, and he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good 1st step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trubisky will throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jay Sternberger from 3 yards out. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the 1st quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could have won comeback player of the year last season simply for his statistics. 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns through the air. But he brought the entire Bengal organization on a comeback after 5 straight losing seasons. First with a division title, then an unexpected AFC title, and led the team to their 3rd Super Bowl ever. And he had them less than 2 minutes away from winning it for the first time. Keep an eye on Joey B. He expects to bring a Super Bowl title to Cincinnati in the near future.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it 2nd and 7. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
They'll roll him out right, and that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. They find some open field here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
56 yards.
and the Bengals are back within a score. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now Trubisky on first down.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Trubisky
setting up the screen. Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Back deep, Trent Taylor. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. from the shotgun. Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Burrow looking to pass. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they go play action now. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And how about that return? As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You can tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2 yards left on second down from the 9.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengals getting set to go. The Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down. Back to throw here. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 65 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Miles Jack with a big-time hustle play there as he backs the offense up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They'll run with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon to the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. From the 22, Burrow. His throw incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Burrow will throw. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 77 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 41, Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
What's the deal, dog? Come on, baby. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get it now.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now it's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you gotta
feel right.
Exactly.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They run with Harris. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, he brings it in off the deflection, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.